Hello there. I'm going to a party tonight, and I'm going to a party the next night, I think, actually, and another one. And I'm not leaving my house. And it's one of the best things I've discovered recently. And I feel like I would be a terrible person if I kept this to myself, because it is a way to thrive in a pandemic socially. There are people that are totally fun, chill people who all want to come and log in at the same time on the same date or whatever time. Honestly, it's like every night there's a different one. And you can log in and there's like people on webcam and you can pick and choose which webcams you want, but it's really, the etiquette really is that you turn on all webcams, but you can order them. So if there's any you don't want to see, you can move them to the bottom. But sometimes it's just better to close off the ones that you don't want to see or be involved with. But otherwise it's more of a socializing thing. And like there's also these events where there's hosts that are very kind of extroverted, kind-spirited, sex-positive people that know the awkwardness could be there in the room, and I guess they're really good at kind of steering conversation, keeping everyone engaged, making everyone feel involved and invited, and it really adds something. It would be a different experience without them, so that's great. And then you get to hang out with people who, you know, shoot the shit and talk about life and get feedback, and like, you know, and it's a sex site, it's a sex club site, so there's also times when, not all the time, when there's people who actually have sex on camera, and sometimes it's up close, sometimes it's, you get to see them like kind of in the distant on their beds, like things like you just see people in their natural habitat. And that's what I really like about it, because when you meet people in a room, you're meeting their physical person, and it's great, right? But when you're meeting somebody online, one of the reasons I didn't adapt quickly to the online world is I felt it was very empty and shallow. I didn't want a connection with somebody's username. I don't think that that's very beneficial to my life, nor worth pursuing. It's just how I feel. So I struggled with it. But now, when you can have face-to-face interactions with people like all the time, and hang out on like Monday nights, Thursday nights, Saturday nights, and you know, I smoke joints, they drink, like we play truth or dare, and like it's honestly really fun. And I remember I ordered delivery and I had these I order like whatever the fuck I want. I eat whatever the fuck I want. And I order these like dirty hot dogs, like fully loaded hot dogs. I just love, it's like a deep like pleasure for me. I don't have them all the time. But anyways, so I was eating these giant hot dogs on camera. And it was just funny because it's like, I'm hanging out with my friends, so why not just eat, right? Like, it was just so funny that, you know, I even get up and go and get some drinks and stuff, and I leave the webcam on, and I appreciate when other people do, because you get to hear the noises in the background, or like, you get to just kind of be a presence in a lot of different places at the same time, and that's not something you can do in person. I guess what I want to say is I've found a place that is wonderfully fulfilling in a way that fulfills some socialization for this horrible pandemic time when we're all trying to adjust and becoming, frankly, hermits and being glorified for that. So it's a hard time to feel connected and like feel like yourself, or what's the reason to kind of put on that little outfit, like what is the reason to put lipstick on. Like I put perfume on tonight because of course I did. I'm going to a party. The perfume's for me. You know what I mean? The only thing I don't have to do is use mouthwash, and frankly I'm okay with that. So yeah, and there's like zero possibility of dick at the end of the night, but like technically there's not. Technically there's like private rooms as well where you can go with another camera, like a couple cameras, and actually like have like sex on camera together. So I lied, you can do that. I just didn't do that, and I don't do that yet. I don't know if I will, but I don't know, we'll see. So for now, I'm enjoying the social aspect of it. I think, you know, I played truth or dare and stuff, but I also have not like masturbated in front of camera or anything like that. It's just not what I do, but a lot of people do, and it's like, yeah, it's just, these are people who are comfortable with people seeing their lives. And I love it because I'm comfortable with people seeing my life as well. Especially the little, you know, box that you see of my world, right? Like this, you get to see only this much of people, but sometimes that's a lot, and you can see depth of their relationship and the way that they interact. You can see the way that like the couples who have been together for so long do sex in phases. You know what I mean? I've noticed that. That's what's different. I've noticed for my sex that I have, because I'm a single girl, is I've noticed a lot of, we'll do the hand job part now, and I'll take a break, and then we'll do this, like then something for you, we'll take a break, and then something for you, take a break. I just didn't. Oh yeah, and orgasm equality, by the way, matters to everybody. I actually insist on it, actually, on a first date. It's like part of the dialogue because it is important. Women deserve to have orgasms during sex too, and a lot of men I know already know that, so that's great. It's just, it's not enough that I have to, like, I don't have to put it on the terms and conditions anymore. So anyway, so this pandemic and this social isolation is going to go on for a while longer. It is going to go on for at least like a year. And I think we can spend that year in a variety of ways. And this could be a year that you find a new way of exploring things about yourself and with new people and new ways. And to be honest, not looking at it like it's a bad thing, because I've got anxiety ever since of COVID, and I had a scary kind of beginning with that, and so I just have anxiety right now. And when I am in my home and using my own bathroom, and like I can turn off my camera whenever I want, anxiety is never a concern, because I'm just so comfortable. I'm not out of my element. I'm in my element, and yet I'm out at the same time. And I think that's a beautiful thing. If there is no alternative to a physical world, that should not mean there is no world. And even if you were resistant to what an online world is before, or what you used it as before, like, let's just put that a pause, leave that, you know, in 2020 even, and decide that you're going to thrive in this environment and find ways to do things you would never normally do, and give it a shot. And what I will say about the virtual parties is, I know that there's options to not use your webcam or audio, right? You have full control. I highly recommend that you do use your webcam no matter what. I think it is your presence that people will connect with, and the absence of a visual presence, you simply won't get as much response even from the other people, or you won't get the same experience. And I think everybody deserves to see who they're talking to, and your shell is your shell, your soul is your soul. Like, that's what the beauty of this is. It's not an online dating profile. It's not a bunch of one-dimensional photos. It's people's personalities, it's their giggles, it's their laughs, it's their jokes. Frankly, it's their cock, because you can see them on camera also. You get to like people for people, and that's not that, you don't get that same safety level with like Tinder. So I just don't want people to be, you know, a VHS living in an MP4 world, or, you know, I don't want you to be a cassette player when it's an MP3 world. Join me. Again, I have never been paid by Oasis to promote them. If I did, I would absolutely disclose that. And this is just my personal opinions. It's time to go. Gotta get my joints. They pre-roll with a little machine. And they're all perfectly the same size and uniform and amazing. And I cough a lot less, actually. And join the party. Oasis Aqualounge Virtual Sex Club.